going on, everybody? We are back from the dead once again, bringing you another live episode of Back from the Dead. I am the BrettMan, and this is Destiny. And here we are talking about horror movie anniversaries for the month of September. So, Destiny, how are you doing today?
Um, I'm doing the same as last time we did this. I woke up late. I was running around my house trying to get ready and get everything together. But I'm good now. Everything's good.
Everything's good. You got plenty of sleep, and we're ready to kick
No,
it.
but yeah,
No, it's like it's just Brett. Fuck his show. So I'm just gonna wake up about an hour before. Nah, I'm messing.
I did wake up an hour before. Thank God I set my alarm. 'Cause I
I
woke
know.
up and
I was
was
kind
like,
of
what is
worried. I was like, do I have to call? It's like, do I have to send a message like, wake
hello?
up,
Hey.
Destiny, wake
Shut
up.
up. No, my alarm was going off and I was like asleep and I was like, what is that noise? And it was my phone. I was like, oh fuck. You have
Oh
to get up.
fuck! Oh fuck!
But
Not again.
not
But
again. Next month it'll be better because
it'll
it's
be like,
October and
yeah.
it's nighttime. But
It'll be
yeah,
nighttime episode, and we'll get to those little details along with a kind of like a contest we're going to do for a $25 gift card for that next live episode. So stay tuned for afterwards, like after we get done for all of September movies, and we'll give you details about that. So let's see who's in the chat. We got Lamontre, one of the patrons of Good Real Hunting, and plus we had a good time on Matt Fauci's channel last night by watching Scream as one of his Patreon picks on Fauci's channel. So, what's going on, Lamontre?
I was so mad because yesterday I was like making myself dinner and it was like 6:40. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, live stream in 20 minutes. Then that completely left my head. And then I didn't remember till 9:30. I was like, oh my god. And it was like
No.
ended 23 minutes ago. I was like, fuck. How did I Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I thought about this the other day too. Do you like have it for your settings where it just like casually reminds you of things, or like it strictly reminds you of
It
things?
just casually, it just pops up like when I go to my YouTube, it'll be like Good Real Hunting live stream 6 p.m. But
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's all it tells me.
Oh, okay. Because like there's a setting if you go to the YouTube setting and where it's like very strict, like where it tells you immediately it goes live.
Like it'll actually notify you.
Yeah, because
I'll have to do that.
Watch Mojo actually taught me that the other day. I'm like, oh, that's
Okay.
pretty fucking cool.
I'll have to do that because yeah, I don't ever get actually notified.
Yeah, remind me to show you like after the show for the after show party.
Okay.
So I'll let you know that. And shut up, Chad. What is Hatcher?
What is Hatcher?
It must be making fun of the thumbnail because it blocks part of the thing for Hatchet, I think. So I don't know with Chad to be honest with you most of the time.
I don't know.
And then Gory Tiger, what's going on? We got Gary Rangel. We got Tommy Knocker, the horror guy, what's going on? Mud Nelson, the lovely Horde Head Heather, one of the patrons for Good Real Hunting as well. We got Cole, my buddy from high school. What's going on, Cole? And then Aaron Click. I hope everybody is doing swell. Not a whole lot of movies, or I would say great movies in September, except for one Destiny told me about right before we went on air that I feel a complete dumbass about. So, again, awesome having Destiny as a co host for saving my butt. So let's see here. Just oh my gosh, did I really? Yep, I certainly did. So that is Hatchet. So it's not Hatcher or the Hatchling that's on the whatever streaming that's on right now.
Oh, the one with the egg?
Yeah, with the egg and the bird. It's supposed to be
The egg and
really
the
freaking
bird.
weird. So let's see here. Aaron says, I don't even know the movies Hatcher or Bay 3D. We'll tell you plenty about Bay 3D, but Hatcher,
Hatcher's
it's
not the movie.
Hatchet. Yeah, I know, I screwed up there. And
Hatchet.
Chad, I apologize. Please forgive me.
Hatchet.
So,
Just trying to help out the phone, bud. Sorry, no one as
oh,
smart
so,
as me.
and then,
Whatever.
of course, we got Rosie in the chat. What's going on, Rosie? I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to buy me a fake rose. So every time Rosie's on, I could just hand her a rose because I
Rose.
usually do it in the chat. So let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. There we go. Last but not least, we got Rob Kerr in the house. What's going on, Rob?
Hello. Hello,
So,
everyone.
alrighty. So, all right. So, before we begin, because I just, are you, because we're 1 month away from October, are you excited for October?
I'm so fucking excited for October. I can't control myself.
Oh my
Because I'm
gosh.
saving all of my October movies for October. Not even just horror movies, but like Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town. And I want to watch them so bad. I think about it every day. But I'm saving it for October. But each day I'm like, fuck.
Especially for Hocus Pocus 2 that's comes out not this week, but next week.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, and also apparently some freaking Chris told me today that actually there's a leaked video out there right now that actually shows Rob Zombie's The Munsters. So if you look close enough, you can go ahead and watch it.
I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
But I am
I
excited
know.
for that.
I'm on vacation as it's coming out, so I'm not sure I'm going to have time to watch it immediately. But I'm definitely going to watch it because I support Rob Zombie, and I'm excited for these next 2 weeks because it's Rob Zombie week on the House Screen Review series, and I'm jacked just because I get to defend both of those movies.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch The Munsters, and I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2. I don't have high hopes for Hocus Pocus 2.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would think that a Hocus Pocus movie that's literally about to come out would be everywhere, but it's not. I feel like I've seen almost nothing about the movie. Like, I didn't even think this was actually happening until we saw those pictures of them on set, and I was like, oh shit, like it's real. But no one's talking about it. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. So
yeah,
I'm
I
not.
don't. So, but yeah, I'm with you though on that. Like, is it cool to have Hocus Pocus 2? Sure, but I feel like that's many years too late. However, I am kind of excited about it. But I'm with you. Not hearing all these like TV spots and all that, it's kind of very alarming. But again, same thing with the Munsters. I'm willing to give it a shot. So
Yeah.
once I get back from vacation, I'll freaking just dive into all those movies.
And is Hocus Pocus going to be on Disney Plus?
It is.
Okay.
Do you have Disney Plus?
I think my mom does.
Oh, okay. So if not, then just let me know. I'll let you borrow it as I'm gone. And then, but Nelson wants to bring this up because I brought this to your attention a couple of days or a day or two ago. It's Deathgasm 2 coming out next year. I know you're a fan of that movie.
I am excited because I fucking love Deathgasm so much. That movie is so much fun. So I'm really excited for it. It's kind of like one of those things, like, once I actually see stuff for it, I'll be more excited, you know? Because I kind of don't want to get my hopes up with anything. Because I went to that tweet, and the tweet was deleted, and I was like...
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, I was like, which I saw it, and then I went back to look again, and it was gone. I was like, why is it fucking deleted? Is it not happening? So, you know...
I saw it on Facebook too. Like posted on Killer Flicks. So I really feel like it is a thing. So they might have either done no, don't announce it yet. Delete it. I'm like, oh,
or maybe
sorry.
there was like a typo somewhere and they deleted it. But I am really excited because I do love Deathgasm so much, and I feel like the way Deathgasm ends, it's open for a sequel, you know. And so it makes me curious because I won't spoil it if no one's seen it, but
I've never seen it. Don't give me that look. I learned of a movie today that you haven't seen, and I am shocked that you haven't seen it. But we'll save it for next month.
Whatever. But you need to watch it. It's So much fun. They showed it on the last drive-in, so you can watch like the last drive-in episode for it. It's
Oh,
just so on
excellent.
Shudder. It's like a metal, like um, horror movie, like metal music horror movie,
Kind of
and
like Lords of Chaos.
in a way, but
Okay.
this one's like supernatural because Lord of Chaos is like straightforward. There's not supernatural. Like that's not anything really with the movie. But Deathgasm is a supernatural devil, hell's coming, Satan, all that kind of shit. It's so much fun, and it's
Oh,
so bloody, and there's a lot of dildos.
oh God.
So you have to watch it.
That's why you wanted me to watch it. I
It's
know you.
so funny.
But try to think. Oh, so another comparison. Is it like the Black Rose?
You know, I feel like that's probably more of a fair comparison. But
Mm-hmm.
Deathgasm is like it's kind of like um I don't know how to it's like I've never seen what's that movie called? Fuck. It came out in the 90s. It's like really gory that people talk about.
Oh shit, shit, shit,
I don't
shit.
fucking know. It'll come to me later. It's just it's really bloody. It has to do with them playing like metal music and Satan and everyone's turning into demons and shit like that. And it's just like over the top gory. Like it's like slapstick almost. Like it's funny. It's not like gross, but
Kind of like what
yeah,
Aaron's
it's
saying.
definitely a
It's a
horror
horror
comedy.
comedy. There you go.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
then saw Mud Nelson saying that I don't think Deathgasm is on Shutter anymore, but it is on Tubi.
No, the last drive-in episode. That sucks. But watch it on Tubi then,
All
because you
right,
should watch it.
I'll add it to my October watch list. Even though
It's
I'm
a good
saving
one.
a lot of my October list for more movies I know this year, because last year I spent a lot of it like watching newer movies.
Uh
But I
huh.
feel like even though there's two movies I plan on watching for October, that is Night of the Creeps and Idle Hands, because they have been on my top three of all time of my Halloween horror watch list for like years, and I'm finally breaking the streak this year.
That is awesome. I watched Idle Hands last year in October for the first time because I was saving it
Mm-hmm.
for October. And I think I watched Night of the Creeps last year for the first time at some point.
Yeah,
But
because I got you the Blu-ray,
yes,
and
I watched that one.
I almost kept it to watch it, and then I was going to send it back to you. Like, oh no,
You
it's
could
brand
have.
new.
Brand new. I don't know why it's not wrapped. What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
like this.
crazy.
I said this bastard bought me a pre-used one.
Hey, I take pre-use. I own Deathgasm on Blu-ray, and I got it off of Depop for $5
Oh wow.
for the Blu-ray because I never see it like on like physical anywhere. And
Hmm.
I saw it that and Idle Hands. I got both of them together for like $9 off of
Oh
Depop.
god, man, you know how to do those deals.
Right? I was like, fuck yeah, $9 for two movies. One of them
And
being Deathgasm.
oh gosh, like if I could ever get you up here to my hometown, I will take you to McKay. You'll never want to leave.
I know because I always hear people talk about that, and I'm like,
You
I don't
will.
know.
I'm telling you, it's full of like bins of movies that's been used, and they're like $2.
That's awesome because that's how like our Goodwill is. Our Goodwill, like the DVDs are $1.99, Blu-rays are $2.99, VHS tapes are 49 cents.
Oh,
Like the shit
they
is
don't have
so
VHS
cheap.
tapes anymore, unfortunately, because when I started to collect them, they told me it's like, no, we don't have them anymore. But you have VHS players. We do have VHS players, but we just don't have VHSs anymore. I'm like, well, you're stupid.
Well, that's dumb. But I love buying shit secondhand, and then it
Hmm.
it almost like spoils me too though, because then like now I don't want to buy a movie unless it's $2. I can't
Which I
always
don't blame you.
do that. I can't always get lucky with like my movies, but like I'm like no, I don't want to spend like $7. What if I find it at Goodwill for $2? Because I hate that. I hate buying shit and then I go to fucking Goodwill
And
and
there
it's
it
there.
is.
Like when I bought the thing on VHS for $16, and I found it for 49 cents, and I was like, okay, that's why you don't do that because you'll probably find it someday.
Exactly. So, But man, I'm excited for October. But before we could get to October and to all that awesomeness, we have to get through this September. Before we officially get started, we've got some more hellos. We got Metallic. What's going on? We got Cody Snyder saying sex bots and deathgasm. Yeah, there was a sex bot earlier. I shut that down immediately. So we can't
That's
be having
perfect.
that this morning. And we
Perfect.
got freaking Steve. Speaking of October, we got his of the Sawyer Massacre coming out in October 21st. A Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film, which Steve, we're excited, buddy. We cannot
Hell
wait
yeah.
for so I am excited for that. And then Heather said, "You spend so much money at McKay's. If you're not careful, I only go once a month. McKay's is fantastic. Such a good gyms there. Yeah, and I absolutely agree with that." And then we also got Ashton saying, "What is up, everybody?"
Hello. I'm ready for. I need to go to Walmart because I see that they're already putting out their like how they do their DVDs each year with like different covers. You know?
Oh yes, like the Halloween specials.
Yes. And like usually those are like decently priced. They're like $7 usually.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not that bad.
Oh, not bad at all. And I think they did Halloween last year, correct? Or was that like 2 years ago? I
I
want
think.
to say 2 years ago,
Yeah.
but and then Atanas, what's going on? Sorry, I was like, who do I comment? I said, but yeah, what's going on, Atanas? So let's see here. I think we are good right now. So if you are new to Back from the Dead, again, what we do is we celebrate horror movie anniversaries for a particular month. And we also do it by particular years because trust me, if we do it all in one month, we will be here for 8 hours. And I'm pretty sure Destiny only gives me a 2 hour time limit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Cut off.
exactly. So I'm already running behind here. So yeah, we'll do is we're going to talk about movies and integrals of five. So this year it'll be pretty much anything ending in 2 and 7 we will talk about. And with the inclusion of the 1 year anniversary, so we will be talking about some 2021 movies. So without further ado, let's go. Actually, before, do you have anything below the 80s?
Yes, I have three from 1977.
All right, go for it.
All right, my first one from 1977 is House, or I think it's also pronounced Hausu. Um, this movie
Oh
is
yeah.
absolutely insane. It's on HBO Max, or at least it was last time I checked. That's where I watched it. It is so crazy. It's like one of those movies you literally have to see to believe because there's just so much crazy shit that happens. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's
And is that the poster with kind of like the orange cat or
yes.
whatever? Okay, yeah. I always like that poster. Always just gives me like, what the hell is this movie about?
There's parts where like the piano eats a girl's fingers. Like it's crazy, but it's so much fun, and it's just like I don't know, like it's just a good time. It's absolutely insane. Yes, it because it's like there's so much colors. There's so much like weird like effects and like I don't know. It's a lot of fun though. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend. And it like you're just so like immersed in it. Like there's a story. I don't know. It's kind of like when you watch like Giallo movies, I would say, or like Italian horror movies. It's like the story isn't the strong point. It's everything around that, and that's how I feel like with this. It's just like girls
Hmm.
going to this other girl's aunt's house, which it's cute because they all have like their own little personalities, and everyone's like a lot of fun. And then weird shit starts fucking happening. So yes, watch it, man. Watch it. Watch it. HBO Max. It's freaking great. I also have Beware the Curse of the Black Widow. I feel like I've heard of it, so I just wanted to bring it up. I've never seen it, but I saw the
Okay.
title and I was like, that sounds familiar. And then another one I have not seen, Eraserhead.
Yes, I've heard of that one.
I've heard of it. I just have not watched it because I feel like it's one of those movies I need to be in the mood for.
And it has some like for every time like I did like little research on it, like on Letterbox, it's always like in the top 10 of like popular movies in the horror movies of the 70s. I'm like, well, that's weird, but yeah, so I'm planning on putting it on the watch list for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it at some point because I always hear about it. I always hear like people like talking about it, but I don't know what it's about at all. But I hear people say how great it is and stuff. So I definitely is a mind fuck. Okay. I'll be in the mood to watch it. That seems like a movie like I have to actually be in the mood to sit down and give it a watch. So, but I will watch it at some point.
Alrighty, and that was it for your 3 movies from the 70s?
Yeah.
Alright, and, anything from, 1982?
I have one.
Okay.
Amityville 2. I haven't seen it. Amityville 2, The Possession, I think is what it's called. I haven't seen it. I do own it. I have to watch the original Amityville. I've tried and I turned it off. I was not feeling it. But I definitely want to give it a watch. It's actually on my October watch list, and so is this one because I have the fucking set, the 3.
Oh, the
When I
3?
bought that fucking set, if you go to Walmart, because I'm sure they'll have it this year, and if it fucking says that it's Amityville, the original, part 2, and the remake, it is not the fucking remake. It's actually the 3rd one. So beware before you spend your $7 wanting the remake, because that's what I did, and I was very upset.
I remember that, you were so pissed off,
I
like,
was
"Those
pissed.
motherfuckers!"
I was pissed. I posted everywhere. I was like, "Don't fucking buy it if you want the fucking remake," because I was not happy about that. But so I do own the first 3, so I would like to give them a watch in October. It's just I don't know. The first one just seems boring.
And Rosie says, "Have you seen the trilogy of Terror Destiny?"
No, but I want to because I always see that doll, and I see people say how scary that doll is. So I do.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what it is now. Like,
Yeah,
I was thinking for a minute, it's like, what is she talking about? Yeah, it's that little, like, figure that,
yeah,
freaking Child's
like
Play copies.
like with the like a spear or something.
Or
So
whatever it sounds like.
I do want to watch it at some point, just because I see people talk about it.
And plus, again, like Child's Play, like a lot of the same cinematography shots and the camera work comes from that movie too. So yeah, I want to take a look too,
Mm-hmm.
just see why they copied that movie. Oh, we got 2 new people here. We got Andrew Stevens saying it's a beautiful destiny, and hey, Brett, man. So what is going on, Andrew?
Hello.
And then we also got Andy Smith. What's going on, Andy?
Hi. How are you?
So, all right. And then I think we're still caught up in the chat. And Mud Nelson agrees with you that the original Amityville is a snooze fest.
Right. Oh, and I hate going into movies that I know are boring because I already don't have the best attention span. And so if it's boring, oh my god, uh, I'm out of there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be doing everything but watch the movie. But I want to watch it just because it's one of those types of movies that I feel like people say you should watch. And like I'm a fan of the remake. I do really enjoy the remake, so I want to watch the original. It's just
Bleh.
bleh.
And then Andy Smith says, if you haven't seen the movie Motel Hell, it's a really good classic movie as well.
Have you seen that one?
I have not seen that one. Do I need to add that to the watch list?
I would say, yeah, it's fun. It's like I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit different. What the hell?
Sorry, I was making notes and put it in my little lockbox right here.
Oh, okay. On your hand first, though.
Yeah, of course on my hand. And then it's kind of like one of those things. I touch the lockbox with my hand, it
And it
absorbs my
transfers.
information. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, I'm sure you have some experience with that before.
yeah, definitely. I do that all the time. But it's good. It's fun. I like
Oh,
it.
there, hell yeah. So, let's see here. Anything else from 82?
No, that was the only one.
Alrighty, let's freaking go to 87. And guess what? It actually has a birthday today. So, what movie am I talking about? It is Hellraiser. So Hellraiser has a birthday today. So happy birthday to Hellraiser. Very good, pretty mediocre scores for the most part with 71 and 72, 6.9. And you can find this movie if you want to watch it. It is on Amazon Prime to be and Shudder. So if you want to show your love and support for Hellraiser for a good old birthday, give it a watch. So, Destiny, your thoughts about Hellraiser?
I really, really enjoy Hellraiser because usually, like, body modification horror, it's not my thing. It makes me feel sick to my stomach. And so I watched this movie last year for the first time because I
Oh,
was like, I need to finally watch it. Even though like I was like really like hesitant to watch it just because like I don't like that kind of stuff. But it was actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I really like the story. Kirsty is a badass and I fucking love her.
mhm.
She's so like feisty and I love it. Um,
Extremely underrated.
yeah. And I remember one time I commented on Dead Meat's video when when he first covered Hellraiser, and I said that she was underrated. And my comment got like 100 likes, and I was like, okay, I never get like likes on YouTube. And someone's like, she's not underrated. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, maybe not to you, but like for me, yeah, because I never see her mentioned.
I
And
bet
I
that
was
was
like,
Robbie.
she is not underrated. And I was just like, what the fuck? And then other people were like, yeah, she's not as
Yeah.
big as like Nancy or Lori or like Sydney. Like, she's really not up there where I think she should be because she is great. And I just love her character. But the movie I thought was so much fun. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I liked it so much more than I thought. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5.
Oh, very good score. I
And
think
like,
that I gave it 3.5, but I'm ready to give it a 4 myself. I
yeah,
want to do a rewatch of it. And you know what? Today's a good day to do that. So I might do that a little later.
and like even the ending, because like they ran out of money, and you can definitely tell. I still don't care. Like the weird like effects where it's like outlining and they're like disappearing, and it's so like cheesy for this movie. But like I don't know. I think that just added charm to it. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy Hellraiser.
And it's kind of like what you said with like me and Brad skits that we do. It's just work with what you got, and you appreciate it a lot more. And I kind of agree with you with Hellraiser that they made with the most with what they were able to work with, and you just do appreciate that, especially like towards like what Aaron said. Jesus wept. Like that is such a scary like holy crap.
And there's so many great lines from this movie. There's so many great lines, like Jesus wept. I fucking love that because I think I don't remember what he was originally supposed to say. I don't think that was it, but he did, and it's freaking great. I love
And,
it.
and then of course we got. Oh, we have such sights to show you.
The box, you opened it.
And I just love how Chrissy just turns around slowly and she goes, shit.
Yeah, she
Like,
knows she fucked up with that box.
oh man, but that's great because it just fits with Christy's it's Kirsty or Christy.
Kirsty.
Kirsty, yeah. Kirsty's personality. So and plus she's absolutely adorable. Like, especially now, she's like a fine wine. She definitely grew finer with age.
Actually, Lawrence is fucking beautiful. She
And I
is
want to
so
meet her so bad.
because she seems absolutely just like a sweetheart. I would love to meet her. She seems just wonderful, and she like does like a lot of art stuff now. She just seems absolutely amazing. I would love to meet her. She's awesome.
Mhm. Yeah, so hopefully she comes to a convention soon. So that would be freaking badass. And SPC, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing today? He recently found Goodwill Hunting. So SPC, this is Destiny. Everybody knows her at this point.
I'm everywhere. I've been
Yes, you
called a
are.
streamer hopper. That's what I've been called once. A streamer.
Have you ever been called a screen warrior before?
I can't say I have. Not yet.
Hmm. Well, maybe someday.
Maybe.
Uh, so, Rosie, saying something about 70s movies that have that grainy, creepy vibe to it. Absolutely, it's like that like era of horror movies where they're like they don't give two shits and like how they make you feel and all that, or your comfortability. They just just knock down the damn door. And I appreciate like especially the earlier 70 movies. I appreciate like it doing that.
Yeah, I do love the grainy effect of like 70s horror movies because it just adds to that like that exploitation feel because it makes it feel more real, I think.
Hmm.
It feels a lot more real when something's grainy than crystal clear because that's just how cameras would have been. So I don't know. It
Mhm.
adds something more realistic to a movie with it not looking perfect. I feel like you can buy into it more. You know?
Mhm. Oh no, exactly. And the ultimate example I always use is Black Christmas because that is such a realistic thing to happen, and just to happen on freaking Christmas, where it's supposed to be like a very pure holiday. Like,
Mm, I love Black Christmas.
I know, I do too. I can't wait till next year where we get to talk about it for 74. So actually, no, damn it, we got 2 years. We might cheat. You never know.
You never know. Might just give it a little love.
So anything? Did you have anything else for 87?
I have a movie called Street Trash, which I've seen half of it because it was on the last drive-in, so I watched the episode. And this movie, I don't know. It's like an exploitation film, and it's like really sleazy and grimy, and there's like a lot of like sexual assault talk in the movie, and so I just kind of turned it off. It's like you're like following like a homeless community, and there's I would say there's stuff to say about the movie, like how like homeless people are like treated because they're treated like shit. And like
Mm-hmm.
the death scenes from what I saw were really cool because like when people die, it's like they use like paint, like a bunch of different colorful paint. Like someone gets sucked into a toilet and there's like colorful paint like shooting out. And so like it looks cool. Like the death scenes are so cool because it's so colorful compared to the rest of the movie. But I
Mm-hmm.
watched like half of it. I want to finish it just because I've already seen so much of it already. I would like to finish it at some point. It's just I don't know. It was kind of already a lot to get through, and I was like, fuck. So I just
Yeah.
turned it off because it's on the last drive-in. So if you want to watch it, or hopefully it still is, who knows? They might have taken it
Mm-hmm.
off, but it is on there. It's just I don't know, not
And
my
it's that.
favorite.
It sounds like it's like a 70s movie, but unfortunately, it was released in the 80s.
That's what, yeah, like I would say so. It's really like exploitation, grimy, like it's not really nice. There's just a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're into that, maybe give it a watch. But yeah, it definitely feels like it probably should have been in the 70s.
So if that is your thing, as they said, it is on Shutter right now. Hopefully, if it's
Hopefully.
still on there under the Joe Bob's section.
Yeah.
So is was that your only 87?
Hmm.
Okay. So let's see here. Let's go to 1992. Let's continue this Hellraiser talk a little bit more with Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth. This movie came out on September the 3rd. Not quite as successful as his predecessors of 1 and 2, but we've seen better from other horror, like compared to other horror movies too. So I have not seen this. For me, I still even need to see the second one myself. So Destiny, have you seen the third one?
No, I've only seen the first two. And like I said, I loved the first one. I did not like the second one. And I know a lot of people love the second one. Some people prefer it over the first, but I did not like the second one. And so that kind of like put a bad taste in my mouth for the rest of the franchise. Because it's
Hmm.
already just, I know isn't my franchise. Like, I feel like I got lucky with the first Hellraiser for how much I did enjoy it. I'm not in any rush because I just heard they get worse and worse and
Hmm.
worse and worse.
Except for I believe they said Inferno because I think that's done. Someone help me in the chat. Was it done by Scott Derrickson? I want to say it's Scott Derrickson who did Inferno, and they said that one was pretty decent because again, it's Scott Derrickson who gave us Sinister and the Black Phone. So maybe give that one a chance.
Maybe. I think I own that one.
So here, just Heather's saying Hellraiser 3 is my favorite of the franchise. Love the 90s club scene and the cheesy effects. Hell yeah.
Maybe I will watch it.
And then Mega Movie C's, I just saw you in the chat. What's going on? I just saw Chris Snyder in the chat saying, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
Amazing.
Yeah. Great line. And then Aaron Click says, "Isn't Evil Dead 2 from 1987?" It is from 1987, but we did cover that already, and I believe it's either a March or May episode. So go back to one of those two because we do talk about Evil Dead 2 during one of those 2 months. It's just blanking me on the top of my head right now. I just know it's either March or May. I want to say March, but just like to go back to one of those two. Plus, they're really good episodes too. All these are great episodes. So just to answer your question, I believe it's March or May.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do anything. All I know is it is from '87.
Yeah, there you go. That's the most important part. And then real quickly, SPC say, "Have you seen Barbarian?" I saw it Friday, and I gotta say, wasn't a big fan.
I've not. And I want to so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Pearl. I haven't seen Barbarian.
Oh yeah, I've seen Pearl too, and I got lots of thoughts. And I'm letting you save your thoughts just because you and Brayden are talking about it on Wednesday for Fear Freaks. So I'm not going to ask you about it because I want you to save all that up for Wednesday.
Spoiler alert, I fucking loved it. That's all I'll
Oh,
say.
that's not a spoiler alert. We know you were going to love it.
Yeah.
So I'm checking the comment section real quick. All right, I think we're good. Anything else from 1992?
Nope, that was it.
All right, sweet. So let's go to 1997. And Destiny, this is the movie I have you watch. First off, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yay! I'm just messing because I saw it on Letterboxd. I was like, oh, she watched it.
I did watch it yesterday. Because I have this on VHS. And I had tried to watch it like 2 years ago. And I only made it like 20 minutes in. And I was like, not feeling it, not my kind of thing. And then whenever I was assigned to watch it, I was like, fuck, I actually have to like finish it. So I watched it yesterday, like I restarted it from the beginning. Not my favorite. I gave it a 3 out of 5 though. Not my favorite.
And what is she talking about?
Oh,
Wishmaster, which it has a yeah, it's okay. It's like it has a birthday tomorrow, so if you and the reason I mainly assigned this movie to Destiny is because of the sole fact I think this movie is underrated, and I feel like it is good for what like it doesn't like a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not really that great," and all that. Like, yeah, I agree with you. It's not great, but it's actually I feel like it's a little bit above average. So
yeah.
I think it has a very interesting concept to it, but definitely they freaking just swing and the miss on a couple of things. But the main guy actor who plays the Jin, I thought he was terrific.
Yeah, like I feel like I like the story and I liked most of the movie. The practical effects are great. Like they are so good. My issue is the digital effects do not look good, but it's also '97, so I kind of give it a little bit of a, pass because
Yeah, like they were that's like experimentation
yeah,
ages as those late '90s special effects.
the special effects, like digital effects, they're not that great. There's a lot of weird like editing choices, I would say, which I wasn't a fan of. But like the story itself isn't bad. The practical effects are really fucking good. They're like so good. It's really like gorier than I was expecting. Because I would say there's definitely a lot of gore in the opening part, but when it gets towards the end, it gets absolutely insane. And it also has fucking Robert Englund, Tony
Mm-hmm.
Todd, Kane Hodder, Ted Raimi. So there's like a lot of like horror like icons, I guess, within the horror genre. A lot of them show up in this movie, and when they're there, they're fun. I like the final girl. She's pretty good. There's
Mm-hmm.
just like weird close-ups of her like when shit's happening, and she's like, I was like, okay, like I don't need that. Why are we so close to you right now? And she's like gasping and shit. I was like, get me back, like pull me away from this. But besides that, the movie is good. I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's not my favorite type of movie because I feel like this just wasn't a movie for me. But I did
Mm-hmm.
like it more than I was going to after like having turned it off. So 3 out of 5, that's not bad. That's like you said, it's above average. I don't think it deserves what it has on Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like it's definitely better than
Mm-hmm.
that. But I'm happy I finally watched it because I feel like it's one of those I had wanted to finish. I just needed a reason to. And this is my
Yeah. Finally, I got you a reason to do it. And I owned a VHS myself because I thought you didn't have it. And you said, no, I have it. I'm like, well, okay, well, I got it there. And so I decided to watch it on VHS. And I really liked it. I think if y'all saw the most underrated horror movies on me and Brad's for Good Will Hunting, I mentioned it just because again I thought it was above average. I think the story concept and just the idea of an evil Jin is
Mhm.
so intriguing, but it just like you said, the effects were not that great. And I will let you know right now, as you go further in to this particular franchise, it gets worse.
I
So
can only
I will yeah, so I'll go let you know. Skip those, just enjoy this one.
yeah,
So I gave it a 3 out of 5 as well.
yeah, I'm not rushing to watch 2 or 3. They're all 3 of them are on Tubi right now, but I'm not in a rush.
Like two's not bad, but it's not like nothing compared to the first one.
And that's
Yeah. So okay, here's Destiny. Trash.
no, yeah,
So,
no. Maybe if I have to someday, I will.
we got David Irwin who just joined the chat. What's going on, David? And then also we have Robert the Wolfman saying Wishmaster is amazing. So hell yeah, Robert, that's awesome.
I do love the shirts for it. I think it's Fright Rags that has
Yes.
the Wishmaster shirts, and there's one of them that's like really cool. I really like that shirt because I see everyone like that wears it and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I got to finish this movie. If people are like buying shirts for it, it has to be like somewhat good, and it is. It is.
Hell yeah. I agree with you. Those shirts are bad. Anything from Fright Rag is always awesome. So,
Yeah,
Rosie saying, don't forget smash the like. And I appreciate that because it always helps the video pushing into the lovely, what we call YouTube algorithm, who is never usually, most of the time, not nice to videos. So, if you do that, it definitely helps us out too. And plus, we also get to get Destiny out there more into the world. And yes, look at that beautiful
my
shirt,
shirt.
guys.
Look at my shirt. Speaking of shirts, there's so much to it. Look at that X, and then it has their names like at the bottom. I'm trying to show it.
Hell yeah.
I ordered this in like June of this year, and
Oh,
it just
damn.
got here yesterday. I was
Oh,
really
wow.
hoping it was gonna be here Thursday. I was like, please let it come, please, and it fucking didn't. Because I really wanted to see it to go to Pearl whenever I saw it. I was like, I really want my X shirt here, but it finally came in yesterday. Worth the wait because it's a beautiful shirt, but just had to show that off because I was really excited. I had forgotten I ordered it until like last month. I was like, holy shit, where's my shirt? I've ordered that so long ago, but it's finally here. Really happy it is. I love it. And the
But now you
quality,
have it for the trilogy.
I do. I can see it to wear, or see it to wear it to see when it comes out. So at least I have a shirt now. So
Oh,
Studio
hell yeah.
House, Studio House Designs. They have great shirts.
Yeah, and Andy says your shirt looks really cool. I need that shirt, and I want that shirt.
Studio House Designs, which the only thing is though with their shirts, oh, like these are like pre-order, like you have to pre-order them. They don't just keep their shirts like in stock because it's only like 2 people or like it's a few people that run this whole business, which is like when it took a while, I was like, I'm like I'm not gonna be mad at it. It's only a few people like that are
Hmm.
running a whole company. I just wish it got here 2 days earlier because that would have been awesome. But their shirts are amazing. This is the second one I own because my Jennifer's Body one is also Studio House designed.
Yeah.
And you usually tell because they do a lot of like tie dye. But
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed about how awesome or how cool your shirt is because it has that tie dye effect.
yeah, and I don't own a lot of like more like even though this isn't colorful, it's still like gray. But I don't own like a lot of like colorful horror shirts, and they have a lot because they do a lot of tie dye colors.
Hmm.
Um, but a lot of times their stuff is pre-order, like you have to buy it when it hits the website. But sometimes they do like restocks of shirts like that they want to come back. They do, but oh my god, their shirts are like $50.
Yeah, and can you blame them? It's A24, so
It's
and they know what they're worth right now. So yeah,
but
it's fair.
they have like the coolest fucking designs on A24. Like I wanted like their whole X collection. I wanted it so bad. They had sweatpants that were red and they were like $75 for sweatpants. I was like, oh my
Good lord.
god. I was like, I want it, but I can't spend that much on sweatpants. But they're cool. They're so cool.
Hell yeah. And Gary asking, is there a limited amount of shirts?
Yeah, I would say it's like limited. I feel like they do like a limited. You do pre-order, then you have to wait to get them, obviously, because it is just like a few people running it. But sometimes they do restocks of like some collections. Like I know I saw the Jennifer's Body ones. They got like restocked before. So just keep your eye out. Follow their Instagram because they usually post stuff about that. Like if they're doing restocks of anything. So definitely follow their stuff because I'm sure they'll come out with pearl ones too if they did X. So
Oh yeah.
I'm sure like here in a couple months we'll see like a pearl design, and I will be getting a shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're the star, right?
Exactly.
Or actually, you're a fucking star. You're a freaking star. So, and all that, just real quickly, all that was not a paid promotion.
It's not. It's not. I really love the shirt, and the quality is great. Like
It looks very comfortable.
it is, and it's like I don't know. The quality is great because like I love Walmart t-shirts too because they're so soft. But this one, I wouldn't say it's not as soft, but it just feels like better quality, you know. And the designs are so cool. Like you don't get t-shirts like this because I feel like fright rags and cavity colors and stuff like that. I don't know. It's like you can tell when it's a fright rag shirt, or you can tell, but like their designs are cool, but they're not anything like this, you know?
Right.
It's not anything like I don't want to say like super unique, but I feel like it's not really anything super unique. It's just I don't know. So if you're looking for more unique styles, Studio House Designs, not paid, just a fan of their
Yeah,
quality.
just a big ass fan.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah. So that's awesome. Go get them now while supplies last. Again, not
Yeah.
paid promotion.
Not paid.
So Desi, anything else from '97? Did you find?
No, that was it.
Alrighty. So I got. Let's see here. Two movie. Anything from 2002?
No.
Excellent. And so I got two movies in 2007. And the one we'll talk about first because the second one we'll just give it mention because there are his fans out there. But for this particular one, I understand it came out first originally in the indie circuit in 2006. So we covered it a little bit back in last year with this particular movie, but I figure it has a little short theater release with this one. And plus, I know Destiny loves this movie. I'm warming up to the movie a lot more. Yep, she has it right there. And so it is Hatchet. That came out on the theater circuit in 2007 on September the 7th. And not to me, these numbers should be a lot higher. I feel like it's getting a little bit of a cult following since.
Yeah.
So and it's on Tubi right now if y'all want to watch it. And then the other movie is Resident Evil Extension because I know we have some Resident Evil fans out there. Unfortunately, neither of us have really seen these particular types of movies. But just in case, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, here you go. Came out on September the 21st of 2007. So, Destiny, you're the one that kind of introduced me to the Hatchet franchise. So, what do you think about Hatchet?
I love Hatchet. The whole franchise. I'm a big fan of the Hatchet movies, but I really love the first one, and I love Victor Crowley. Victor Crowley is my favorite, but the original Hatchet is my second favorite of the franchise. I think it's just so much fun. I think Victor Crowley looks fucking great. You have Kane Hodder back in, a slasher, like a camp setting slasher. He's in the woods and shit, which is great. The characters are so funny. And you have like your like slutty, like bitchy character.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious. I love them so much. They're bickering the whole time. Everyone is so sleazy in the movie, but it's just such a fun time. It's nothing to take too seriously. It's just a good turn your brain off like popcorn slasher, which I feel like we don't get a lot of those these days that are like the 80s type feel, but this one is like an 80s type feel of a horror movie, and I love it. And I'm a big fan of Adam Green, so I
Of
think it's great.
course. Yeah, Adam Green and then Tony Todd was in it for a little bit too at the beginning.
Yeah, and he's in Tony Todd because there's like quite a few characters that they reuse throughout the franchise. So you do get to see Tony Todd more throughout the franchise. He's in Victor Crowley for a little bit as like a phone cameo, but I love it. There's so many horror people all throughout this franchise.
Mhm.
It's great to see because each movie there's like a shit ton of horror like icons. There's so many of them. So I love Hatchet. I think it's so much fun.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun, and I'll admit it. I hated this pretty much hated this franchise on first watch, but I kind of had like a bad like mindset going into it. Like I'm expecting like all this awesome slasher stuff. It offered some of it, but like it offered like really bad some dumb character decisions and all that. And then that's when like I met you and you talked about Hatchet. I'm like, I'll give it a rewatch, and I had a better experience at this time around. I kind of turned my brain off a little bit. It's great seeing King Harder back to being an awesome killer and all that. And the Victor story is actually a pretty decent, a really good story for a horror icon. And and plus, I cannot get the kill out of my head about the whole like yeah, beautiful. And
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's all practical effect too, so it's
yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
And that's another thing. There's so many practical effects in this movie. Like it feels like a 80s movie that came out late. But like I say that as a compliment. Like it feels
Mhm.
just like yeah, you have characters making dumb decisions, but I feel like that's on purpose. Like that's what this movie is because that's what the 80s were like. You had characters that were dumb all the time, and that's what this movie just feels like. You have characters being dumb, you have great practical effects, you have a good story for Victor Crowley, like something that has a lot of heart. I feel like
Mhm.
surprisingly for these type of movies, and that just like progresses throughout their franchises, you get to see more, and you get to see Kane Hodder like as Kane Hodder, not as Victor Crowley. You get to see him play like the dad of Victor Crowley.
Yes.
Find out more about like their backstory. And Robert England's in the first one for not very long, quite
Mhm.
a short runtime. And it also has the guy from what's it called? The Blair Witch Project. He's like it's Robert England and him. He's from the Blair Witch Project. He's also in Shark Night. So you have
Oh,
them in the
okay.
opening, so you get to see like him, which is pretty cool because I feel like I always see him pop up in horror movies. And then one day I looked him up and I was like, holy shit, he's from the Blair Witch Project. How did I not like realize that? But there's so much in these movies that I really, really love. I
Oh,
think the franchise is great.
hell yeah! And I'm seeing a lot of love in the chat for the Hatchet franchise. So I'll let's put a more bigger smile on your face and all that. So let's see here. Love all four Hatchet movies. Ashton says, "Me and my sister binged the entire Hatchet franchise a few weeks ago. Loved it. That's awesome."
Yeah.
And then Hatchet is easily my second favorite horror franchise. Oh, nice. And then he also says, I heard they were supposed to be making two more Victor Crowley movies to make that a trilogy as well, like Hatchet. There's talks about it, but I feel like we're just pretty much waiting on like who's going to pick up the story. I think that's what Daniel Harris said.
I would love to see that because again, Victor Crowley ends on something that's like holy shit, like we need more. And I really like how like they filmed Victor Crowley because like I know like Tiffany Shepis, she was casted, of course she's in it. Felissa Rose, they were casted, but no one talked about it. Like it was kept very secret for like the casting and everything. And then they told the story about like how they found out like each other was in it because they were both like kind of like really like giddy around each other, but no one knew like why. And then one day they're like, "Are you in it?" And they're like, "Are you in it?" And they're like, "Yes." And then they made the movie, and then it was like a surprise when it came out. Like no one knew Victor Crowley was even being like talked about or made or anything, and then they just showed it at like the little premiere. I think they're supposed to be because I know Jason Smith was there. They're like,
Oh,
I think
really?
supposed to watch like the original Hatchet or something. They're supposed to show something else, and then they played Victor Crowley, which I think is great. And Victor Crowley was
Oh,
honestly the first Hatchet movie I had ever seen because they showed it on the last drive-in, and I was like, I'll watch this, even if it's the fourth movie. I don't care. I'll start it here. And so it was a really fun way to watch the franchise by watching the very last movie because then I was confused about like certain characters because you see a character in this movie, then you go back to the first one, you're like, wait, this person dies, but then you find out they just reuse the same actor to play different characters, which I fucking love. I think that is so fun. But the whole franchise, I'm a big fan, but especially of the first and the fourth movie. Those are like Victor Crowley. If I'm ever like having a bad day, I can just put on Victor Crowley and I'll have fun with it. I think it's such a fun movie. It is so good.
Oh hell yeah! And don't worry, you'll get to talk about more about good old Mister Victor Crowley in that movie next month because
Yeah.
that will be a topic for next month for our 5 year anniversary. So we'll definitely give more love to that. And then Cody Snyder also says, "Love them all. My ranking is 1, 3, 2. Victor Crowley. They're all great. I'm one. I'm actually 4, 1, 2, 3. That's I think how I got him.
4, 1, 2, 3. Three,
Hmm.
like, because Adam Green didn't direct 3, and I didn't know that whenever I first watched it, and I feel like you can feel that because it
Hmm.
has a bit of a different feeling, and I feel like that's what was missing was Adam Green
And plus, we had Derek Mears in it. That was like the big positive in that movie.
playing asshole,
Which,
playing.
guys, he is not an asshole. If you meet him in real life, he's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet.
He seems like it. I need him to come to Houston. I want to meet him so bad.
Bad. Yeah,
But
you do.
yeah, he plays such a dick in that movie, but it's great. And he has a great death scene. So
Yeah, he does. So that's awesome. And before we move along, Rosie wanted to tell you: has anyone told you that you look like the drummer from the White Stripes?
no, huh? I'll have to look that up afterwards.
Nice. So, because what's your most popular one? Alexa Bliss.
Absolutely, Alexa Bliss, which I take a
Hmm.
huge compliment. Personally, I do not see it, especially now my hair is different, so I feel like I don't look like her anymore. But Alexa Bliss is definitely the number one. And I never got
Hmm.
that until I joined the horror community because it's wrestling. No one I know watches wrestling except for like horror people. And so I take that as a big compliment. That's very kind.
Hmm.
I just feel like, especially when I have like my blonde hair, which none of y'all have actually seen me with blonde hair except for pictures, but I feel like I could definitely see it with like the blonde because we have like a round face, we have blue eyes, pale skin. I had blonde hair, so I'm like, okay, I can see it. I got Mila Kunis yesterday on Twitter, and I was like,
Nice.
thank you. I hear that one quite often too, and I'm like, again, I don't see it. We just have round faces. That's really it. But I'll take it. Beautiful woman. I love Mila Kunis, so
Hell yeah. And I'll be honest with you too. When I first like saw it, it's like, hey, that looks like Alexa Bliss. So I'm not the only one. So that's good.
I do like.
Uh,
I showed people at work. I'm like, this is what people say I look like, and my friend Jessica was like, Destiny. Yeah, and I was like, I don't see it, but thank you so much.
yeah, Evan
Oh,
saying and definitely cooler than Alexa Bliss.
I don't know. She seems like a really cool girl. I would like to hang out with her.
Mhm.
Meg
She has
White.
a. I'm not sure if you knew this about Alexa Bliss, but she has a pet pig.
That is adorable. Meg White. Okay, I'll look her up after this to see.
So let's see here. Did you have anything else from 2007?
Nope, those were it.
All right. So let's go to 2012 again. We know we have our Resident Evil fans, so I'll go ahead and actually I skipped a little bit ahead. Sorry about that. Let's go to the first one is Wreck 3 Genesis. So this is like the third movie in the Wreck series. Just in case if y'all don't know what Wreck is, this is a Spanish horror movie franchise because us Americans, we like to copy all the good work of everybody else, and we made our own version of it called Quarantine. So just kind of compare, like they're very, very similar. But this is the third movie in this franchise. It's on Tubi. And this next one, Destiny, I appreciate you letting me know about this one. It's Bait 3D. I don't care about those numbers. I absolutely love it. It is I would consider it like my ultimate guilty pleasure movie, even though it's not a guilty pleasure when it is a pleasure to watch Shardy Vision on screen. So I absolutely love this movie. And then we also have Resident Evil Retribution. If again, for all the Resident Evil fans out there, September the 14th. And lastly, I would consider this a little bit of a hidden gem for House at the End of the Street. And this is Jennifer Lawrence, came out on September the 21st. So let's see here. So Desi, have you ever watched Rec 3? Because I know you haven't seen Resident Evil. And same thing with House at the End of the Street.
I have not seen Rec 3. I've only seen the fucking kill count. Sue me. But it looks like a movie I would really enjoy because it's like a wedding movie.
Ooh.
Which is really cool. It's like it's at a wedding and there's like an outbreak of like this zombie. They're basically like zombies, but there's like an outbreak at the wedding and shit. So everyone's like turning and stuff, and it looks gory. I do want to watch it. I have seen House at the End of the Street a long time ago, probably when it first came out. But I remember, and I still remember it though. Like I don't remember everything, but I remember the twist.
Yes.
And I remember because I was like, what? Because it reminds me of another very popular, huge movie in a way. But I watched it because it had Jennifer Lawrence in it. I was like, oh, I'll watch it because I'm a big fan of the Hunger Games. And so I went back and I was like, oh, I need to watch this. And so I watched it. And I enjoy it from what I remember. I would like to rewatch it at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, like I don't see why it has that bad numbers because I don't remember it being that bad. Because I thought the twist was pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh, and I love Bait. Big fan of Bait because I had watched The Loved Ones and Xavier Samuels is in it, which I think is so fine. So fine, especially in The Loved Ones because in Bait he has shorter hair. And I was like, I like long hair, but I like long hair in men, so. I was like, damn, he got his hair. But shark movie set in the grocery store. That's so cool. Because I was like, how the fuck do the sharks get there? And they explain why the sharks are there. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I think Bait is so much fun. Like you said, it has Sharni Vincent. It has a girl from H2O, like the mermaid like movie.
Yes.
So it has a girl from H2O, which I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's in
it has the it has the guy that played Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movie, and he was a part of the Nip Tuck series too. I just can't remember his name. It's like Yuling something.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I think Bait's a lot of fun. I didn't make Maddie watch it with me. She picked that movie out and we watched it.
She's got great taste.
The effects are not good. Like the shark effects are not good, like at all. But if you just ignore that, which I tend to do with shark movies, I try not to, shit on the sharks too much because they almost never look great. But everything around that is really good. Like the story is good. There's actually like a lot of heart to it. There's a scene in the movie that genuinely makes me sad. It's so just like upsetting to see this person die the way they die. But if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's a good time. It's a good shark movie.
Oh, absolutely! It's like my third favorite shark movie out there. The second one being Deep Blue Sea, and then the first one obviously is Jaws. And what's going on, Danner Banner? I gotta get you up here. What's going on, my friend? Hopefully everything is going well. Think Destiny was working on her magic trick of disappearing for a second.
My phone's about to die. I forgot.
Gosh.
I was not charging it.
So let's see here. But yeah, Bait is such a good time. So if I'm with Destiny on that, if you have not seen Bait, please go watch it because there's still time before the officially. Oh, yes, Heather, thank you. Sharknado is my fourth favorite. You're absolutely right. And then but yeah, plus I also know like why you made me watch the movie with Sharni Vision because that first scene with her, holy shit.
Yeah, well then her brother dies, Brett. So.
What? Wait, that happened? I was paying attention to something else.
See, don't listen to Brett. If
yeah, please don't.
Don't listen to any of his thoughts. Because I feel that though. If there's someone I like in a movie, I'm like 5 stars, don't care. Even when they're only in the beginning and they die. Overlord, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I know about
When
that's something something.
I already knew going in. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. It's fine though, because okay, Joseph Quinn is in it. Is that like the main reason I watched it? Yes, it is. I will fully admit that. But if you're like me and you go into this movie wanting to see Joseph Quinn, he's only in the beginning and he fucking dies. I knew he was barely in it and I knew he died. I did not know it was in the opening. Still had an hour and 40 minutes left, which I really enjoyed Overlord. So I am glad I watched it. Like I liked it so much more than I thought. But I did watch it for Joseph Quinn just to see him die once again. And I was like, damn it. Give him something where he lives and he has like a good happy ending. Because I've not seen one thing he's in where he has a happy ending. They're all very upsetting, and I'm over it. I'm tired of it, frankly.
Yeah, and a quick Joseph Quinn. I actually saw on Twitter the other day someone put him on a Scream poster. I'm like, Scream 7, please.
Yes, and I do have that picture saved in my phone.
Of course, you did. Like, you're probably going to do a do a big poster and everything.
I should.
You should. Absolutely, you should. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I think we're good on the chat. And then anything else from 2012?
I have another Puppet Master movie, which I have not seen because I've only seen the first two. But it's
Is that the one with sorry, was that the one with Diana Prince?
I don't know. It's Axis Rising. It's the one that has the Nazi stuff on it. Because I do own this one because I found it at Goodwill. And I was like, why is there a swastika on this movie? Haven't watched it, but I think it because like for these, the puppets are actually like more the good people because I think they are killing Nazis. So I feel like the people team up to kill Nazis. That's what I've heard. So because I was like, what are we doing here? What's happening? Why is this here? But then I heard the story and I was like, okay, I like that idea more because I was like, why are we introducing Nazis in the Puppet Master movies? But okay. And then I also have Lake Placid, the final chapter, which I believe is the third one.
Okay.
Which I have seen. Could not tell you one thing about it besides the alligator looks absolutely terrible. Absolutely shitty. But whatever. I have another one called Rosewood Lane, which I only put on here because I've seen the poster for it and I've seen people talk about it because it has Rose McGowan in it. So, whatever. And then I also have the collection. On 2012. My website said it came out in September on the 21st.
I'm trying to remember because that's like one of those ones too. That I think it came out like kind of like the same thing with Hatchet. It made its way. So no, I would count that because again, I wish we had that one damn website that just gives us 110% accuracy. So, but yeah, I did remember seeing that.
Yeah, but the collection, which I absolutely love. Me and I were actually talking about the collector and the collection last night. I love the collection. I love Josh Stewart. That man is so fine. So fine.
Apparently, you're cheating on him.
Listen, my crushes vary. They're all still the same, but they vary. And I go through phases. And right now, sorry, Joseph Quinn knocked me out, and here I am. And I
feel like he's going to stay there forever, folks. That's my worry.
Yeah, exactly. Because like it was Bill Skarsgård when it came out, which still, yeah. It was Dylan Arnold when Halloween 2018 came out, which still, yeah. Looking at him right now. Josh Stewart, which has been since Criminal Minds, so since I was younger. So yeah, but Joseph Quinn, absolutely. I feel like a teenager again. I feel like
I can't believe you forgot Jack Quaid. I'm telling on you.
Jack Quaid was another one. From this year when Scream 5 came out, I was like, damn, yeah. I watched the fucking Boys because of them, which I'm glad I did because I do love the Boys. But I fucking watched the Boys because of Jack Quaid.
Yeah, and I watched the freaking The Boys because you were watching. I'm like, okay, now hold up. Destiny is not the biggest superhero movie
Oh,
person. If she's saying she loves The Boys and I'm a freaking superhero like geek, I gotta watch this. And I freaking like finished the show in like a week and a half.
yeah, The Boys is so good, whether Jack Quaid's
Mm-hmm.
in it or not. But yeah, Jack Quaid's another crush of mine. Mason Gooding, also from Scream 5. That man, so fine. But yeah, Joseph Quinn, absolutely one. Correct.
Hell yeah. Wait. Daniel Bear said I saw in an 80 poster at Walmart. Destiny better have it. Yeah, I've been seeing that poster around too at Walmart.
Which one is it? Is it the one where he's like the cart? It's like the animated and he's shirtless and holding, or is it a different one?
Oh no, I'm thinking about the one at Target where he's actually playing like with the guitar and everything.
Okay,
That's the one I'm talking about, or what I'm thinking of. Daniel's probably thinking of something else.
because I don't like. They have that style which I really don't like. I don't like because it's like a music album cover and it's him standing there and it's like shirtless, but he's like fucking jacked. He is like shredded, holding a guitar, and I don't like that one because for one, that's not what Eddie looks like. Eddie is not jacked and shredded, like at all, which is fine because that's what I'm into. I like the scrawny boys, and he is scrawny, so he's not jacked and he's not ripped, and he should not look like that because why would you make him? Why would you make him like ripped? I don't understand that because that's not what he looks like. So I don't like that design because I'm like that's not my Eddie. It's not him. Why did
Hashtag not my Eddie.
not my Eddie? He's not supposed to be ripped. Did we watch the show? But if I see a fucking Eddie poster at Walmart when I go, I am absolutely getting it. I don't have room for it, but I do not care.
If I go to Target again, I'll send you a picture to see if you have it or if you have any interest in it because I almost bought it. I'm like, well, I just got you one, so I didn't know how many you wanted.
all of them.
All of them. Okay.
All of them except for that one. Yeah, I put that one that you got me. It's in my living room. I took something else I had on the wall, which is like a normal home decoration, and I took it off the wall and I put Eddie up instead.
Oh my god.
And she was like, "Oh my god, I want that," and I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, like, cause I was at that convention, and I grabbed, like, little things of Eddie and Stranger Things, like, I'm like, "Okay, she's gonna be happy with this. We're all good to" fuck.
Fuck.
How much for that? And then I bought it, so
Which I appreciate because now I have, which I feel bad, I really do, because like I've loved Stranger Things since before Eddie came out, before season 4. I was a huge fan of Stranger Things. It's in my top 5 favorite shows, and especially now it is because the 4th season is just so fucking good. But I feel like because there's obviously a lot of people, no judgment, but there's a lot of people who only like Stranger Things because of Eddie.
Yeah.
And then I see there's a lot of debate within the Stranger Things community about Eddie fans because, a lot of them are a bit much, really, truly, like stalking, doxing, which he's not the only one this has happened to. People have showed up to Finn Wolfhard's house one time when he's doing like a Twitch stream. Not okay. That's fucking weird. Don't dox people. Don't show up to their house. Don't stalk them. Don't.
Just don't be weird. How about that? Just don't be weird.
Dinner at a restaurant, do not fucking go up to them. Wait.
No.
Wait until after they're done. You can clearly see if they're with their family fucking eating. Don't bother them because they're still people. There's still people trying to live their life. And there's a lot of bullies. I've seen so many Eddie fans get bullied, which again, I don't think is fair because I feel like, did you watch the show? Did we watch the show? Again, how are you going to bully people that are cosplaying Eddie knowing who Eddie's character is? I don't get it. It makes me nervous because I am being Eddie for Halloween. I don't want to be bullied. And if I'm bullied, I'm going to be upset.
No. Hey, I promise you that everybody in the chat and me included, if anybody bullies you, we will find them and we will kick their ass. Yeah, or you'll just kick their ass because like you could defend yourself with your high jump kick easily. So
Exactly.
but yeah, that is unfortunate, though, and you're absolutely right. I feel like a lot of the new scary Stranger Things fans are more towards 80 fans, but they haven't been there since day one. And there's nothing wrong with that because
No,
it's
like
good for the show, but like it kind of takes away the specialty of the show if you've been there since day one.
exactly. Which I have not been there since this first came out. I started watching it in 2018, I think,
Hmm. I
because
think season two.
yeah. So, and I remember, um, like my friend Raina in high school, because it came out my senior year, I want to say, and
Mhm.
or maybe my junior. And my friend Raina was such a huge fan; she kept telling me to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't really like TV series, so I don't know." Finally, I was like, I need to watch this, and I loved it. Season 2 was not my favorite, but when season 3 came out, I like went back, rewatched all of season 2 to watch season 3, and by season 3 I was like, fuck yes, like this is so good. The second season, not my favorite, but like season 4, because like the show is like, it's like more mainstream now, like everyone's watching it. There's people at work that don't watch stuff like this that are watching it, and it was such a big topic at work for like 2 months of us just talking about Stranger Things. It just sucks. And also, like, because I feel like it's more mainstream now, more people are watching it, and then when more people are watching it, then you also have new fans that are coming in judging fans for doing stuff. And it's like, can we all just get along? Can we all
I
just
know.
have a good time? You can cosplay if you want to. It's not fucking weird. Cosplaying is not cringy. And if you think
Mhm.
so, you haven't been a part of fandoms, because that's what fandoms do. I don't understand that.
And
Especially
don't go to a convention.
the show where losers are friends and they have fun and they play D&D and they cosplay. Like, that doesn't make any sense to make fun of people that are doing it in real life. If you didn't watch the show, how do you not? I don't get it. And see, and then there's those people. I'm ranting. I feel like I ranted
Yeah.
last time, and I'm ranting
That's okay. We love a good Destiny rant, so go for it.
because then you have people that are fans of Eddie who are also making fun of people cosplaying as Eddie. It's like, how can you say you're a fan of him when you're bullying other people who would be more like him? Then you're not a fan of Eddie. That makes no sense. And you're not a fan of him at heart. You like him because he's hot, which, yeah, he is. But you don't like his character. You like him because he's hot.
Hmm.
Don't bully
Yeah.
people because they're fucking dressing up as Eddie and then say you're a fan because you're not a fan. You like him because he is hot. That is it. Or else you wouldn't be making fun of people cosplaying him, because that's more of what Eddie would have been like. You think
Yeah.
Eddie never fucking dressed up for D&D? Are you kidding me?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. Will did it, and fucking he was Will the Wise. So like, dressing up like that has never been like a new thing, but people are just making fun of people, and it really makes me upset because I am an Eddie fan. I absolutely love Eddie. I do.
Hmm.
Do I like him just because he's hot? No. I feel like there's a lot more to his character than him just being hot. The first time I saw him on screen, though, I was like, who is this? Who is this man right now? Because he fits the type of men that I like. Long hair,
Hmm.
metal, scrawny. Absolutely love it. But I don't know. In Argyle, where's the love for Argyle? Where is it? Because
He likes pineapple on pizza.
which me too, love it. Because he's going to the convention that Mia's going to. Eduardo Franco is, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah, Spooky
I'm so mad.
Empire.
And she was like trying to figure out what to get signed, and so I was looking on Etsy for her. There's almost nothing Argyle on Etsy. Literally nothing. I found a
Oh,
fucking necklace.
hold on. I already got it. She should get the pizza box.
The pizza box.
Yeah, like legit, like get like buy the pizza, throw the pizza away, clean the box, and
No,
have
eat
him
the
have
pizza.
Argyle.
Eat
Well,
the
no,
pizza.
no, I don't know if Mia like eats that like particular pizza or not.
Yeah.
Which I still need to look for. I might look for it today at Walmart. But like, yeah, but like, okay, eat the pizza. Let's don't throw away the pizza, and then just have Mia clean the box, and then boom, there you go. Argyle signed the pizza.
I said that she should get something weed related signed. I think that would be funny. I was like looking because you know how he makes that wooden leaf, like the weed leaf thing in the beginning.
Hmm.
I was like trying to find something like that because I thought that would be cool. But I don't know. Stranger Things fandom is really making me upset.
Well,
But
and
I'm
I'll tell
finding my
you.
happiness, reading my stuff, enjoying. Oh my god. Is someone
Oh,
here?
oh,
Hello? Oh my god, you scared the fuck out of me. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Back to it. What were we talking
it's one of the haters.
about? Here.
But no, just last comment for me on the hater part of it. Do not go out or do not leave your house in October because you'll see 80 fans everywhere in
And I'm gonna be one of
cosplays.
them. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
one of them on
and
Halloween.
don't don't bully Destiny or anybody, but mainly Destiny because she would absolutely whoop your ass. But
Exactly.
so hell yeah.
Just
So
let people enjoy what they like. If they're not hurting anyone, it is fine. If they're not fucking
mhm.
doxing or stalking people, it is fine. If you think it's cringy, get over it.
Well, and then I'll join you too to the haters. There you go.
If you
So
see me on
I feel
Halloween,
like your fingers are longer than mine.
are you really? My fingers are so small.
We're not flipping. We're just like y'all know. We're not flipping you all off. We're flipping each other off because I feel like her finger or middle finger is longer than mine.
Maybe, which is surprising because, like, look at this.
Well, I got the BK tiny hands, so like,
Yeah, I have tiny hands. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I like what do we do with them? But anyways, I know we got way off topic, but when there's a Desi rant, we gotta listen to it. So, was there anything else in 2012?
I that was it.
All
Yeah.
right, great. So we're going into 2017, and I'm saving this one particular movie because Destiny knows what it is. So I want to talk about the ever three. The first one being the movie Destiny had me assigned to was Mother with Jennifer Lawrence as well. Came out on September the 15th, and we got this fucking movie.
Oh my god.
Came out on September the 26th, unfortunately awful. So I'm just letting y'all know. Skip it, skip it, skip it, skip it, skip it. And then last week we got the reboot remake of Gerald's Game that is on Netflix that came out on September the 29th. So I'll go first with Mother because that's the movie you had assigned to me. I thought Saint Maud was my biggest what the fuck movie of all time. Or the what the fuck did I just watch movie. Congratulations, Mother is now at that top. What the fuck did you just make me watch? Because I had no idea what the hell was going on. But the biggest thing I give this movie, or the two biggest things, Jennifer Lawrence was absolutely fantastic. It reminded me again that she is indeed a great actress. And
Mhm.
number two, this movie, with it close to being 2 hours, or I think at 2 hours long, kept me damn invested the entire time that I did. Even if I didn't know what's going on, it kept me intrigued to keep knowing what's going on. And plus, kind of like how it like what it did at the very end to kind of tie it in, amazing. And I've been doing that. I've been doing that a lot today. But we've
Yeah.
been yeah, chef's kiss. But yeah, Mother was absolutely spectacular, and I appreciate you assigning that movie to me, and I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Because like I know a lot of people they don't like the movie, and I could see why. And I remember when this movie was like coming out, because I would see like I just saw the title and I saw Jennifer Lawrence and it was like Mother, and I was like, what is this movie about? Anytime I look up a synopsis, I left with more questions. Anytime I saw a
Mhm.
trailer, no fucking idea.
Especially
But
the trailer, because the trailer doesn't tell you shit about this
no,
movie.
and I was like, what the fuck is this movie? And then I watched it in 2017, and oh my god, it was it's a lot. It is so much. And it's like all like a biblical sort of story, which at first I didn't realize, but then the more stuff kept coming, I was like, oh, this is like this from the Bible. Oh, and then that's what the movie is. Like it's all like biblical like themes, which I'm not
Okay.
a person, but I do really like this movie. And there's so much. And I've only seen this movie once and I've tried to watch it again, but this movie gave me such bad anxiety. I remember that first time I watched it, I was like freaking out. I was like, dude, because like once stuff like starts, it doesn't stop, and it progressively just gets so much worse, and you just
Hmm.
feel so bad for Jennifer Lawrence because you're like, no one is fucking listening to her. How is she not like freaking the fuck out? Because I would have lost my shit in the beginning. I would have fucking lost it. Fuck her husband. Her husband is a
Yeah.
piece of shit, but that is the point of the movie. Fuck him. He is terrible. You feel so bad for Jennifer Lawrence because like I just wanted the movie to stop and her to like breathe. I was like, I need the movie to stop because like once everyone shows up, oh my god, oh my god. In the end, not the very end, but towards the end, there's something that happens that I was like, what the fuck? What the
Was
fuck?
that?
Yeah. And then the very end ties it all together. I think Mother is great. It is not one that I probably will ever watch again because I don't need to. I've seen it once and I remember almost everything about this movie. Like I remember all the key moments. Because it's something that like it will not leave my head. It will not ever leave my head because it is so fucking insane.
Yeah, and now I'm officially telling Brad to watch this movie as quickly as possible
Well,
now.
see, I said you should watch it, but you should hold off a little bit because
Uh,
there's something in the movie that I was just like, because I was like,
is it
Brad,
what I think? Is it what I think it is?
probably. I was like, Brad, you should watch it. I was like, wait a second, probably don't watch it yet because it is hard.
uh,
It is a very difficult scene.
it just clicked. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell Brad to just
Hold
not
off.
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't watch it yet. Because as someone who isn't even at all dealt with anything like that, I was mind fucked. I was like, I think I cried. I'm pretty sure I was crying because it's just if you've seen the movie, the whole thing is crazy. But there is one part in particular that is the worst of it, and it's so upsetting. I was like, Brad, maybe don't watch
Uh,
it
so
because it
I
is.
just thought to sing in my head just now, and
Yeah,
mm-mm.
yeah, maybe Brad, if you're watching, I would wait
Why could you make me watch a happier movie?
because I saw you hadn't seen this. I was like, you have to watch it. You have got to watch this movie because it is fucking crazy.
Oh, it was
Mother.
it's absolutely crazy. So yeah, just at your own risk, watch it because it is pretty good. I've been seeing some love hate relationship with the movie in the chat right now too. Some say they liked it, some say they hated it, and some just said it was okay. So a little bit all around about Mother, but I think you could agree with me. We all absolutely hate Jeepers Creepers 3.
Jeepers Creepers fucking sucks, dick. I hate
Mm-hmm.
it. I absolutely hate Jeepers Creepers 3. It
Are
is one
you?
of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
It was absolutely horrible. I wish it wasn't even like created. So, like, are you even excited for the new one? Which I'm pretty
I'm
sure the
not.
new one comes out this week. I think.
I'm not gonna watch it because,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know. With Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, I grew up watching those, and I did not know who Victor Salva was. I had no idea. Had no idea of anything that he has done. And then whenever I found out about that as I got older, I was like, how the fuck? Look, and it's such like it's a tough subject because I love Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 because I grew up
Mm-hmm.
watching them. And I grew up watching them before I knew anything about who he was. Because you have people that are like, no, like, I like don't watch them at all because of that, which I understand. But then there's people like me who had no clue, and I just watched them as a child, and they Jeepers Creepers, like they stuck with me. Like the Creeper is one of the only actual villains to truly scare me. Like even now watching Jeepers Creepers the first one, I still get unsettled because I think the Creeper is terrifying, and it sucks because of like, you know, you always have this thing sitting, and then when you learn about that and you go back and watch, especially Jeepers Creepers 2, it makes you feel gross because there's a lot of like ogling at your high school boys. They're obviously not high schoolers, they're probably grown men, but still they're
Right.
playing high schoolers. And there's like a lot of like sexual tension between the creeper and them, like when he's like picking them out and like licking the window. And it makes me feel gross now knowing that. I feel like the first one, it's not as bad when it comes to stuff like that, but the second one, a lot of that is there. And now knowing that, it makes me feel weird. And I don't think I even knew about that when Jeepers 3 came out, because I had seen Jeepers Creepers 3, and I was like, what the fuck? It does make you feel dirty, and I hate that. And then you have people that, like, give people shit for watching them. It's like, I do watch Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, but, like, I don't support him by doing it. You know? My DVDs are secondhand. My VHS is from you that you bought secondhand at a convention. So, like, I don't give Victor Salva my money.
It's okay. I'll take the dirt off your hands.
Exactly. I don't. There's like a creeper figure at Walmart, and I was like, I'm not going to buy it because I know Victor Salva will get money for this. So, like, I actively support or actively don't support him. I don't give him my money. So I don't want to watch this, even though, like, I know he's not a part of this, but still, he had to have gotten money because it was his stuff. Like, this is his property.
Right.
So I'm sure they bought it from him, which means he still got money. So, like, I don't want to support him. I don't want to give him my money, and it sucks because he made 2 movies that I really do like before knowing this. And so it's like a fine line of it. Like, I don't even like talking about the movies anymore because, like, I don't want to get shit on for liking them. And I feel like if you're going to do that, there's so many movies that shouldn't, like Rosemary's Baby. Roman Polanski, he's also a piece of shit, but I feel like I never see people give people shit for liking Rosemary's Baby, even though he's also a pedophile. Or any movie that's fucking produced by the Weinsteins. That would be like, so that would be Scream. So many of the Halloween movies, Harvey Weinstein wrote The Burning, and I don't see people get shit for liking any of those, even though these people are involved. But I always see people get shit on for liking Jeepers Creepers because I do genuinely. I love the first one. I like the second one, but that first movie, I think, is really good. And it's just unfortunate that fucking Victor Salva, because it feels like a movie that I shouldn't like, but I do because I grew up watching it.
Yeah, and the a real quick thing I'll say about it, I absolutely just do not support Victor Salva at all. It's absolutely disgusting. But I'm one of those people too, where yeah, they're a piece of shit. But if they created something good, like I could, like you could take away the artist, but you can't take away the art. And I appreciate the art of Jeepers Creepers, but I hate the artist that drew it. So I agree with you on that. And plus, it's also not fair to the Jeepers Creepers cast, like, you know, your Justin Longs and the people who did like all the effects and the sound. Like, it's not fair on them either. Like to hate on this movie just for Victor Salva. Like, again, piece of shit. He absolutely deserves to be hated on. Fuck that guy. But with all the other people, it's not fair, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like a lot of people put a lot of work into this movie to make it good.
And they didn't know.
People, and it's just unfortunate that, of course, the biggest person of the movie, which is your director, is disgusting. But my thing is, it shouldn't have been made in the first place, you know? I almost wish that these movies were never made because all of that happened before Jeepers Creepers came out. It happened in like the late 80s and the early 90s. Right. So like my thing is like who fucking allowed them to make the movie in the first place? And then there's another movie, which I won't go out and like watch his movies anymore. Like I saw those 2, or I saw those 3 Jeepers Creepers. I don't care to watch anything else he's ever done. Because now knowing that, I don't care to see his work. There's a movie called, what is it? Clown something. And I think it's on Hulu. And I was like,
Eli Roth?
No, it's a Victor Salva movie. There's a Victor Salva.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about then.
Which was made in the like 2010s, which again, why the fuck is he still making movies? Like, how is he still allowed to make these movies? I don't get it, because he shouldn't have been able to make them in the first place. And I almost wish, even though I love Jeepers Creepers, and it's not fair to everyone else that worked on them, I wish they weren't ever made in the first place. Because it shouldn't have been allowed to have been made, because he shouldn't have been allowed to make movies.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember with Jeepers Creepers, Clown House, that's what it is, Clown House. Don't know why he's allowed to make it. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't. So I won't go out and like actively. I'm not gonna watch any of his movies.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
won't
and
like
I
seek
did.
out anything by him anymore, and I won't give him my money, and I'll buy everything Jeepers Creepers secondhand because I'm not. I am not letting him. No.
Yeah. No, and I totally agree with you, Destiny. Absolutely. And what's going on, Mail from My Killer Podcast saying, "Preach, Brett." I agree, Destiny. Jeepers Creepers was an original story that we don't get very often. It was it was a good scary movie. Just commenting on just the movie in general.
Yeah, I had a dream about the creeper like this year. I had a dream about him, and I woke up scared. I have had two dreams about the creeper my whole life, and I wake up fucking scared shitless. And that first movie is still so scary. Like as soon as it starts with the truck coming up behind them, it is scary. The scene when they're dropping the body into the thing, and he just like looks at him. That is so fucking scary. It just Victor Salva sucks, and he can die. Frankly,
Sorry, I'm looking at one. I'm trying to find. Was this the creeper in your dream?
what is that?
That's the creeper from the convention I went to. That was in my hometown back in May.
Okay. I want to say, is that from the fucking new movie? Because
No, yeah, and I was in the new movie, so here you
oh,
go.
that's okay. I, dude, there's a creeper that usually goes to my conventions too, and I'm like,
My God.
get back, because you're fucking scared of me. And he has like the tongue piece too, where you stick your tongue out. I was like,
Oh,
get back, because that shit's
yeah.
scary as fuck. He's scary.
So fuck that. And then so let's and Gerald's game. Have you seen the remake?
I love Gerald's Game. That movie is fucking great.
Wait, the remake or the original?
I didn't even know there's an original.
There's I think this is the remake of the original.
Yeah, the 2017 one, the Mike Flanagan one. It's amazing.
Hmm.
I watched that movie this year first, and it is so good. It's like haunting. It's like a mind fuck of a movie, but I love Gerald's Game.
Oh hell yeah! And yeah, I appreciate you mentioning my Flanagan because I love my Flanagan, so that's going to go on my list. And so there we go. And then and yes, oh actually I'm messing. I'm not going to forget about this movie because you and Brayden talked about it on Fear Freaks recently. So let's go ahead and talk about it on here too. It is It Chapter 1, September the 8th of 2017. Just celebrated 5 years and was considered one of the best horror remakes of all time, and all the numbers are right there to prove it. So, Destiny, once again, why do you love this movie so much?
I love this movie because of the kid actors. I think every one of them they're so amazing. This movie is like one of my number one like comfort movies. Anytime I need a pick me up, I can put on it. I went through a huge it phase when this came out because this movie helped me a lot when I really needed it, like in my personal life. And this
Hmm.
movie was there for me when no one else was. And so I would put on this movie anytime I felt upset. This movie was a good distraction for me the night I saw it in theaters because I was with a piece of shit who was a terrible person. And this movie helped me take my mind off of how shitty things were in my real life. And I got to escape that for like 2 hours. And I watched this movie so much when it like came out on DVD. I bought it. I watched it at least like twice a week, even all the way up until 2019. So for 2 years, I was watching this movie constantly. One time I was really high and I put on it. That's what I needed. I got home and I was like, I'm so good. I need to watch it right now. And I did. I was not there, but I watched it because that's just what this movie meant to me. I was like, I need to calm down. I put on it. If I was ever sad, I would put on it. If I was just happy, I would put on it. And so I just love this movie so much. It's just one of like every time I watch it, and I hadn't seen it since like 2019, I would say, or maybe 2020. So I hadn't seen it in like 2 years because I don't know, something, I just kind of stopped reaching for it. And then when Maddie was over here, one of the last times I'd put it on, and I was like, holy fuck, like yeah, right back into it because it's so good. It is so good. It's like a good like summer movie. It's a really good rainy day movie. I feel like it could fit like any season because you go through so much different like weather in the movie. So
Mhm.
I don't know. The characters are great. It's funny. It has heart. It's like serious when it needs to be. It's just I think besides some of the spotty digital effects, for me this is like almost a perfect movie.
Yeah, and that's what Gary brought up here, saying he huge surprise. Loved the chemistry with the kids, which I absolutely agree on. I thought that's easily one of the big highlights in the movie, along with Bill Skarsgård's
Absolutely.
makeup look of Mr. Pennywise. And then saying, yeah, Bill Skarsgård excellent too, but CGI though, yeah, and it wasn't. Like it wasn't great in the chapter one, but it wasn't horrible. It was unfortunately the second one where it was horrible for
Pretty
me.
bad. Yeah, I feel like the effects in the first one, it's really not that bad. It's mainly the Pennywise shake that he does. Like that kind of like takes me out of the movie a little bit, but like everything else is so great. And maybe like the painting woman, she didn't like that great either. But like
Hmm.
everything else I think is so great. The story's so good. There's so much memorable like the lines from this movie stick with you. The fucking Richie and Eddie are my favorite characters. I love Richie and Eddie, especially together. Go blow your dad, you mullet wearing asshole. That's amazing. That is absolutely fucking amazing. The rock scene is so funny. The end is so funny with Richie was like, you like drag me to a crackhead house and make me walk through shitty water, and now it's time to kill this fucking cow. Now it's time to kill this fucking clown.
Fucking clown.
Welcome to the losers club, asshole. Amazing. I remember being in that theater and just like fully just like it's one of my favorite like theater experiences I've ever had. Even though it wasn't like the crowd or anything, it was just the movie itself and how I felt watching the movie that night.
Hmm.
That like I don't know if that will ever be like replicated, just because like I really needed to see this movie that day, and I'm glad I did because it helped me out so much. And so like I don't know if there's ever going to be a movie that will feel the way that this movie felt for me because of just like what was going on in my real life. So this movie will always have a special place in my heart because it really helped me when I really needed it. And it's
Yeah.
crazy because it's a movie, but it means a lot to me. Thorn?
But no, but that's so awesome, though, how like a movie can do that to us, especially when we really need it in our life. Because I'll be honest, last December, I was going through a little bit of a lonely phase and all that, and I was like kind of like sad. I wouldn't say majorly depressed, like, just a little bit. But then Spider-Man: No Way Home came out, and I really relate to myself with the Peter Parker character a lot. And then just to see that movie, because I was looking forward to it. I was off social media that entire week, did not want to get spoiled. Unfortunately, you did, and you were
I
so
fucking
fucking pissed off.
fuck you. I unfriended that person too.
And
I
I don't
commented
blame
on their
you.
post and then I unfriended them. Like fuck you. Look,
Yeah.
did I have a feeling? Which I'm sure everyone's seen this movie by now, so you know.
Spoiler
We're,
alert.
but I fucking figured that all three Spider-Men would be in this movie. I saw the trailer. I saw that it looked weird, and I saw that it looked like people were missing. So, and I always had hope that they would be in here. But when you fucking take a picture of the fucking screen of Tony or Toby, my bad, with both of them standing there, like arm around each other, because it was
Hmm.
towards the end when Toby has his arm around Andrew Garfield. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And because Brayden had been spoiled like the day before, and I
Hmm.
fucking voice memoed, and I was in the bathroom yelling. I was like, I just fucking saw a fucking picture from this fucking movie. I was pissed off. And
Hmm.
like, I don't even like, I hadn't seen any of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans. Like, I don't really care to either. But the original Spider-Man 3 trilogy, I was there as a kid, loved them. I saw The Amazing Spider-Man in theaters, loved it. I did not watch the second one because I don't want to see Gwen die because I love Emma Stone. So I did not
You
watch
have
those.
to, damn it. Like, I know you
I don't want to
don't
see her
want
die.
to, but you have to. You're
But
lucky it's not a horror movie, or I'll make you watch it.
so I was there for like most of those movies. So I was excited for this one, and I fucking had it spoiled for me. I was very, very upset. Even though like I knew, I had the feeling. That doesn't mean I'm going to see the fucking picture.
Right.
Then in theaters, I was like, I know they're coming. I know we're about to see one of them. But it was still. it was a good movie to see in theaters. The crowd was so much fun because it was like my first sort of like
Marvel
Marvel movie in theaters, and it was a fucking full like
packed.
we had we were at the very front. At the looking up like this, it sucked, but it was. I'm glad I saw it in theaters to be there for a Marvel movie to see how, you know.
How geeky we get.
Yes, it was fun. I'm glad I did.
Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, and that's again, that's just kind of like I could kind of know what you were going through with like the It Chapter 1, like using it kind of like as your escape. That's how it
Mhm.
did with No Way Home, but with It Chapter 1, absolutely great. I love how grimy and dark it is, and to have the balls to do that opening scene with Georgie, that got me immediately invested into the movie. Like, holy shit, what else is this movie going to offer me? And the kids were excellent. I thought Bill Skarsgård's version of Pennywise was freaking excellent. Definitely, I consider this one of the best horror movie remakes of all time. Absolutely. Love It Chapter 1.
Yep, me too. It's so good.
Evan Danner says, two teenagers in the front of me were crying when I saw it in theaters, talking about It Chapter 1. They walked out after the projector scene.
That is like the projector scene, like because when me and Bailey first got together, I would constantly be watching this movie, and I made him watch it with me. In the projector scene, it still scares him. Like he looks away with the projector scene. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't know. Like they're like the movie Dorn. Stop it. He's flushing the fucking toilet. Um there's only one scene in the movie that scared me, and it was during Richie's scene with all the clowns, and he's like looking at him like his doll in the coffin, and then Pennywise like jumps on top of it. That scared the fuck out of me. I jumped out of my seat for that. But nothing else scared me. And to see how like a lot of people do get scared during that projector scene, I don't know. I'm just the kids are so funny during that scene because like it's either Richie or Eddie who said,
Turn
"What the
off."
fuck is that?" Yeah, and then turn it off, turn it off. So I'm always like focused on the kids because it's just so funny. What the fuck is that? It's accurate. What the fuck is that? But yeah, the projector that scene's pretty good. I need to watch the movie again.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to watch it myself too.
Yeah.
And then for the question on this one, do you Stranger Things kids or It kids? I know that's a tough one.
Damn. I might. Fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna say. I feel like it's harder because with the It kids or with the Stranger Things kids, we get to see their good moments and their not so good moments. Like Mike in season 4, not my favorite. Not my favorite. I love Mike in season 1 and 2. I feel like his character has slowly gone down, which I don't like. But then you have Max and you have Dustin. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Okay, here. How about this? On the count of 3, you're going to say the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't think.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I
Damn it,
can't.
Destiny! You missed the part of the game. I'm going to do it again. You're just going to say the first one that comes to your mind. 1, 2, 3. Don't think. Don't think. Don't think.
Stranger Things.
There you go. You say Stranger Things, so we're going with that.
I'm gonna say maybe Stranger Things because, like, we get like 1.5 movies with the It Kids. We get one good movie, one full movie, and then we get flashbacks in season 2, movie 2. But with Stranger Things, we get 4 seasons. We get so much more of them, and I bawled my eyes out during It Chapter 2. I cried hard for It Chapter 2 to see Eddie die, and for Stan. I cried hard for that. But fucking season 4 with Max, this wasn't even like a normal cry. I was like wailing. I was like someone I knew just died. And so that might take the edge because like the way I felt for that was so and maybe if I watched It Chapter 2 at home, it would have been the same. I was trying to control myself a little bit because I was in a movie theater, and it was a pretty full theater for that. But watching Stranger Things season 4, I was like, noise. And I'm not usually a loud crier, but I was hardcore like, ah!
Yeah.
So,
I'm the
no.
official ear witness of that.
Yeah, that was, yeah, yeah. It was not good. That was not a good day.
And then, you're in trouble. Destiny, why did you remind me?
I know, dude. Like, I cried for Eddie. I did. I cried for Eddie. But
Mhm.
I sobbed for Max. Like, when that first bone breaks, oh my God.
Mm.
I was like, no, stop. And it just kept going.
I know, and then what she was like, her like being scared
Oh
after
my
that.
gosh. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to die yet. I was like, and the dude, Lucas saying, Erica, help.
Oh yeah, with the whole improv thing, and yeah, I know.
Yeah, that,
So
that was
okay, we're gonna move on because like when you get emotional, I feel bad and
I
all
was
that. So.
crying. No, I was crying last night talking to me about it. Like, I'm still not over any of it. I just tried
No.
to.
And when you told me about it, I'm like, damn, you have like fucking courage because I have yet to go back and rewatch it myself any scene.
I've
Like
only done it once.
except for last night. I did for a little bit last night, but I was watching somebody else's YouTube of like the famous couple where the guy is showing his wife all these movies for the very first time, and they did with Stranger Things. I wanted to see how she reacted. Yeah, I turned it off after that. So
Yeah, I've because okay, I've watched Eddie's Death Scene again because I drew a little map of Steve's body and Eddie's body because it is not fair that Steve gets attacked by Demobats and lives, even though when you look at it, yes, Eddie swarms by Demobats, but he doesn't get bit that many more times than Steve does. Because I counted and I drew where they each got bit, and I was like, "You're telling me Steven lives but Eddie dies? That just doesn't make sense." And even like the effects that they did on Joseph Quinn, does it look bad? Yeah. Could you live though? Yeah. It looks
yes,
like road rash. I'm like, that looks livable. Like they're like, yeah, but he's bleeding out. Not really. Like, yeah, he's like bleeding from his mouth, but it's not like fucking like gushing out of him. He could have lived. I don't care what anyone says. That's not enough. That it wasn't enough to kill someone. So I did go back and see that, and I watched Max's scene one more time, and that's it. I'm not ready to do it. I turn it off when Eddie cuts the rope because that's when
Mhm.
shit fucking goes down.
Hits the
That's when it
fan.
all fucking hits the fan. So yeah,
Mhm.
and 2 days later, oh my God,
Yeah,
I'm
and
still pissed. Fuck you.
and what bothers I hate to say probably what bothers like makes me like emotionally like even more is freaking Dustin talking to 80's dad. That okay, we're skipping this because I don't want you to cry because like
Yeah,
it's emotional as shit. But
yeah. I kind of I composed myself a little bit, and then he walks up to him. And I was like, it's like, oh,
don't
it's coming again. I'm crying.
like
That's that's fucking sad.
it is. And season 5 is going to be hard too because it's the last.
I can't even think about it.
I
This
know.
is the last. Yeah, no, no. At
Yeah,
least
so
we have 2 years.
yeah, you got 2 years of a long recovery, but I believe in you and Mia. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's like I go through phases of like I'm like, no, Eddie's coming back, and then I'm like, no, he's not. But then I'm like, no, he is, and then I'm like, no, he's not.
Oh,
So
and I'm sorry, Rosie. It's his uncle, so my apologies.
basically, his dad though.
Yeah,
It is,
pretty much like
but
uncles could be father figures too.
yeah, because Wayne raised Eddie. Don't I? And we never
So
got to see Eddie and Wayne interact with each other.
no, I
Are you
know.
kidding me?
Oh man,
Eddie's
so
belongings, that trailer, fucked. Wayne could be dead. Well, he's not because we see him. We see him. We do see him. He could have died though. If I'm sure he wasn't at work, he could have been dead. But
mhm,
all of Eddie's shit gone, just like him.
I know.
Anyways,
But yeah, so good job, Mega Movie C. We were doing just
sidetrack.
great, and then
So
yeah,
again, with Stranger Things.
yeah. So did you find anything else in from 2017?
Yes, I have a few. Um, Little Evil, which is on Netflix. Little Evil. It is such a cute movie. Watch it if you have not. It has, oh, what's his name? Adam Scott is in it. Love him. Big fan of him. But it's sort of like a parody almost of like, it's not a parody, but it's like The Omen in a way. So watch it. That movie's so cute. And I actually cried like at the end because it was so cute. So Little Evil on Netflix. It's like a Netflix original. Um, Another fucking Puppet Master movie, Axis Termination, whatever. The House the House October Built 2, which I've seen probably in 2017, so it's been a while. But it's a good like October movie. Cult of Chucky.
Oh,
As
did it
well.
came out in I thought it came out the next month.
Maybe. That's what my website said, so whatever. And
Yeah.
then Flatliners, the remake of Flatliners. I also found for 2017.
Yeah, and I heard that was awful. That's what
Which
I
I did
always
see
hear.
that. I have seen that one. Not knowing it was a remake. Still haven't seen the original, but I watched that movie. But yeah, I almost remember nothing about it. It was so boring.
Yeah, that's why I always hear about that. So, let's see here. You ready to go to 2021? Because this is the part section of it where you saved my butt. So, I'll go ahead and get my shitty one out of the way. Of excuse me. No One Gets Out Alive. It's a movie on Netflix. Don't know much about it, so I just wanted to throw it out there just in case for anybody that's seen it. So, Destiny, would you save the day and talk and mention the last couple ones you found with the one big one that I feel ashamed?
Yeah, I'll do that one last. Um, I have Hellbender, which was on Shudder, still is, and I loved Hellbender. I thought Hellbender was so cool, and it's one family that makes these movies, and it's like the mother and daughter of the movie are mother and daughter in real life. The music is great. The visuals are crazy. Like it's a good trippy type movie, and it's about like witchcraft. So Hellbender, awesome. Prisoners of a Ghostland, which I have not seen still, but it has Bill Moseley and Nicolas Cage. Should still be on Shudder. So if you want to watch that, we need to do something, which is on Hulu, and I keep like wanting to watch it, but I heard it's not that great. But it's like an hour, 30 minutes. It's like a one location. They're like stuck in a bathroom or something. I don't know anything else, but I heard it's not that great. But I also heard it's not like complete shit. So it's like a okay movie. Should be on Hulu still. Another one, Superhost, which Superhost is freaking so much fun. Superhost is really good.
I still need to see that one. So I'll definitely going to add that for October because I hear when it first came out last year, it was like, even though I'm one of those people where a lot of people put a lot of hype on a certain movie, it's just the chances of me to watch it go down for some reason.
Yeah,
I never understood why, because it was mainly like with me in college when people were talking about Duck Dynasty 24/7. I refused to watch it. Same thing with Game of Thrones. That's why I've never really gave it a fair chance.
I'm not.
But after the talk style down, I'm ready to watch Superhost.
Superhost is so it's really good. And there's a moment in that movie. Oh, there's a couple moments where I had to pause it because I was like, oh my god, like that is fucking scary. Like that is so scary. So definitely watch. It's bonkers.
If
Okay.
you want to hear Nicolas Cage shout testicle out to the top of his lungs, then you're in for a treat. Okay, sign
Okay.
me up.
I do need to watch it, but yeah, definitely watch Superhost. And it has Barbara Crampton in it.
Hmm.
So, and then like the main girl, like the bad girl, she because I was watching, I was like, oh my god, like I recognize her from something. I looked her up. She was on a movie from Disney, the Teen Beach movie, which I watched when it first came out, like whenever I was a kid, and I was like, oh my god, she's so good in this horror movie. From seeing her from the Teen Beach movie to this, she is so good. So definitely watch Superhost. And then the last one, the main one, which
Where I
Brett,
fucked up.
yeah, Malignant from last year. Malignant's fucking great. I love Malignant. It's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how I fucked that up. I really honestly don't. So thank you to my awesome co-host of Destiny for saving me on that one. So what do you so Malignant? first off, absolutely love it. An excellent welcome back to the horror genre for Mr. James Wan. Um, Definitely, the movie did not go in the direction I thought it was going to go with the trailer, but I love when movies do that. And that third act, holy shit! And then lastly, the score, freaking excellent.
So good. It was so good. Which I want to rewatch it because I've only seen it that one time in theaters because I don't know, I haven't watched it again since. But that was like such a fun movie experience because everyone's saying like it's fucking crazy and stuff, and I love when people say like, oh, it's like crazy, because I'm like, okay, and then I went and watched it and I was like, oh yeah, that was crazy, but like some of like it makes sense. It's not crazy in the terms of like that's crazy, where the hell did that come from, like no, like it's all there and it makes sense. And then when it's revealed, it's like, yeah, of course, like yes,
Hmm.
fucking what the fuck, that one lady, what the fuck, yeah, yeah, it's so good. And I remember when that movie came out and it like tore people, they're like, I hate it, I love it, I hate it, I love it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Hmm.
It is so much fun. It is such a good, I don't know, like just not at all was what I was expecting, but the cinematography is great. Like you
Superb.
said, the score is great. The acting is great. It's like over top when it needs to be, which I feel like fits with this movie, which I loved. I love the sister. She's like a print, like a Disney, like sort of,
Yeah.
like princess reenactor.
Hmm.
So silly, so goofy. Like, of course she is. Makes sense.
And of course, Annabelle Wallace too, just being Annabelle
Amazing.
Wallace.
She is so good. Because I was like watching, I was like, damn, she looks familiar. And I got out of the theaters, I was like, no shit, she's from Annabelle. That makes sense. But she is so great. I'm a fan of hers. And then I remember Bailey was watching Peaky Blinders, and I like looked over at his phone. I was like, holy shit, it's the girl from *Malignant*. And he was like, what? I was like, literally just watched that movie. What do you mean? She's right there. I was like, I looked at it for a second. I was like, holy fuck, *Malignant*. It's Annabelle. And he was like, what? Like, nothing. Just keep
Just
watching your show.
he's like, keep watching it. I'll make you. I'll force you to watch it later.
What he saw, we saw *Malignant* together.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a lot of fun. That was a really good. That was a good time. I
Oh, I bet that was a great theater experience. Once that whole police station, we see the big twist of it. Like that made me out in the theater go, no fucking way.
yeah,
And I was freaking out. Like we really went this direction with the movie. And when you watch it a second time, knowing the hints were already there.
exactly. Like her head keeps bleeding. I was like, damn, she should go to the doctor if her head's still bleeding. You know why it's bleeding? Because I was like, damn, she has a lot of hair. It makes
That's
sense.
why.
It makes sense why her hair is like so big. I was like, she has a lot of fucking hair. That's her hair is so pretty. It makes sense. You need a lot of hair for that back there. But yeah, *Malignant* was so much fun. One of my favorite like movies I saw last year. One of the best like theater experience I had last year, which I didn't go that much, but that was definitely one that I was really glad I saw in theaters. I was so happy we ended up seeing it because it was just crazy.
Yeah, and same here with me. I loved my experience with it. And yeah, again, great job. And Mega Movie Z actually brought it up too. Say, I'm so happy James Wan came back doing the original horror, which absolutely. His new film called Megan sounds interesting too. Not the poster. I hated the poster, but the concept of it does sound a little bit interesting. And anything James Wan wants to put on there, and James Wan we trust until we see it.
Yeah, yeah, wasn't a fan of that poster. I was like, no, absolutely not. But will I watch it? Yeah, I will. Because I do trust him with horror. I feel like he knows what he's doing. So I will
Yeah.
pretty much watch anything horror that he does. I'm not watching Aquaman or whatever.
No, you don't need to. Even though he easily throws some horror aspects into Aquaman in one particular scene, and that was like the best scene in the movie, just because I'm a horror fan and I loved it. But no, I'm with you. You don't need to watch Aquaman with them.
But horror movies, I will watch anything that James Wan does.
Oh, absolutely. And Rosie brought up a good point, saying *Malignant* was such a nice change from demon genre. Yeah, in a way, I would say that's right.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, it's like taking over. It was just crazy. Because there's a story that I remember from American Horror Story Freak Show where the guy had like the head on the back of his head that would make him like do evil stuff. And so I was like watching, I was like, oh my god, it's that story. It's just like a story. But Malignant, what a great just change for like a horror movie. Because it was like so much of like different things like wrapped into one to where like I never really I did not see the twist coming.
Oh no! If you say you figured out the twist, I'm calling you a liar right now.
And it's like you said, all of it is there though. All of it's there. Her head is still bleeding. The body movements of Gabriel look so weird. And then it's
Hmm.
like, oh, it makes sense because it's fucking turned around. Because I remember there was the one scene when they're like in like the what's it called? In like the building. I was like, why does that
Yes.
look so weird? Not like in a bad way, but I was like, that just looks so off. It makes sense because it's backwards. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because there's like one part where he's running. I was like, why are the arms like this? I was like, okay, yeah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So Malignant. If you have not seen it, again, wow. That's all I gotta say. You
Gotta
need to
watch it.
watch it. You need to watch that shit immediately because it was easily one of the best, hands down, from 2022 or 2021. So
Yeah,
hell yeah. So was that it for 2022?
yeah, 2021.
Hooray! Oh, 21. Yes. Gosh almighty. I'm sorry. I'm mainly distracted right now.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, it happened like right before we entered 2020, 2021. I was readjusting and then
Perfect.
so good thing I'm going to Walmart, so
I
I'm
know.
gonna
I
have
was
to buy
gonna
me
say,
another pair.
at least you're going to Walmart.
I know, right? So, but yeah, guys, we just finished our episode for September of 2022 of Back from the Dead. We talked about a lot of great movies, and holy crap, the October lineup you're about to see. We're gonna have like a game plan about that because there's so much damn movies to talk about on that. So, just stay tuned for details on how we'll do that particular one. But we do have an interesting contest for you. And let me go ahead and pull up my calendar real quick because I'm going to post a post on October the 3rd is when I will start it. I am going to make a thread section on the Good Will Hunting Facebook page, and that is where you will be posting your favorite cosplay or Halloween costume that you dressed up as. And if you do that, your name will get added onto a wheel, and it will spin when we do the live show. And if we landed on you, you will win a $25 Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're so looking forward to that because like we're going to be dressing up for that particular episode. We're not going to tell you what we're going to be dressing up as. You just have to stay tuned for it. But we're very excited. And plus, it's just October, and this is like a big like we're going to do a new fancy or like a new look with Back from the Dead for our October special. So we're always so damn excited for October.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited for October.
Oh yeah, me too. So as we appreciate everybody in the chat. You all have been going crazy and we love and support that. And I saw at most at one time was 19 people. Holy crap, that's freaking all. You guys are just awesome. And me and Destiny really appreciate you guys. So to wrap up, Destiny, do you have anything coming up this week on anything YouTubing wise?
Tuesday, I'll be on Flatbuster talking about Jennifer's body.
Yes, which happy birthday to Jennifer's body.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And then Wednesday, Fear Freaks Like Normal. And then I think that was it for next week.
Yeah, and then I believe y'all were going to do Pearl on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Pearl. So,
Nice.
you know, people have seen it. Hopefully, Braden's seen it. I don't think he has still.
He better.
So, which, I mean, there's been episodes where we're supposed to cover a movie and I just did not go see them in theaters. So, if he doesn't, he gets a free pass because I've done it twice now. But we should be talking about Pearl. And then, yeah, I think that's about it for next week.
All right, awesome. And then, of course, we got Back from the Dead, and Back from the Dead next month is going to be on. Let's see here if I'm pulling up my calendar again. October the 9th, and that is going to be a special start time that day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Is when we'll do that particular show. And then, I'll go ahead and throw it out there for you guys too. I know I've been look pretty quiet about Goodwill Hunting 2022. I'll go, and you guys were awesome today, so I will go ahead and share one in particular. On October the 8th, we're going to be doing a Flicks with the Fellas Halloween special with the movie Haunt. And the reason I brought that up is because we're bringing on a special guest for that particular watch party.
It's me.
If I can get, there we go. It's Destiny. So Destiny will be our special guest for that, and I know she absolutely loves Haunt. So that's why we gotta have her on for it. So we're excited for October, and that's pretty much a big weekend of Destiny being on Goodwill Hunting for that month.
Yes, I'm looking forward to watching Haunt because it's already on my October movie watch list, so I get to knock it out. You know, two birds, one stone, and plus we'll be talking about Haunt for Fear Freaks. I'm not sure what week it is, but we're going to be talking about that on an episode as well. So a lot of Haunt coming, which I'm excited. I love Haunt.
Hell yeah, and that's so freaking awesome. We're excited to have you. And let me go ahead and answer this last question, and we'll log on out here for the day. Are you going to do another horror movie trivia night? When we hit 1K subscribers, we are going to be not only doing another trivia night, but we're going to be doing like a big weekend special on Goodwill Hunting about celebrating the 1K, because me and Brad will never we'll see the day ever of hitting 1K, but we're so damn close. We're at right now 124. So we need 124 subscribers, and we will get that 1K. And then we will do that horror movie trivia night, which I'll go ahead and let you know the topic. It's going to be a free for all. So anything horror movie related, you will all ask away. But get us the 1K first, and then we will plan it. Because then, yes, Destiny will play, because Destiny's always invited to the trivia nights.
Yes, I love trivia nights, even though I don't get to host this one.
No, I'm forcing you to play this one. If anyone in the future, if you want to host it, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, without that, Destiny, is there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, so let's go ahead and log out. We will see you for a big October of Back from the Dead, and we will see you guys then.
Goodbye.